Yo, it's a tape. Remember, say y'all to glory have you addicted like vape, and welcome back to the second episode of the Yard to Glory. Now, on the last episode, there was a lot of comments, people telling me, yo, while on TikTok, there was a lot of comments, people telling me, yo, you need to add this player into the squad. Now, for the YouTube crew, you won't know who that is yet, so I'm gonna show you right now who it was that we added to the squad. It's none other than the General Stones. Now, if you don't know why he's called the General, I'm gonna show you now.
Wagwan Generals. There, in a general.
In Jamaica, where are you from? Central Kingston.
So yeah, that is why the General is in the squad. Now, I've played the Foot Champs games. I ended up going 8 and 7 overall, which isn't too bad if I do say so myself, but it could have been a lot better. Really, I should have ended 10 and 5, but I got distracted. I was on the live trying to read the chat whilst I was defending, and if you know anything about FC26, you can't even defend when you're trying to defend, so that just made it impossible, man. So I need to, once I'm get used to reading the chat and learning how to do skills and all, I know how to do skills, but it's the new FIFA, I need to know what skills work. So once I learn all of that, man, 12 and 3 is my next prediction for this next weekend coming up. Now for the gameplay, I'm just going to show you like the last 2 games of champs, because one, I did record it before, as you can notice I'm in a different t-shirt and for some reason it deleted itself, but 2 also because I think the last 2 games that I played just summed up my whole Foot Champs anyway. So let's get into these games and show you what the gameplay was looking like on the Yard to Glory team and how I was playing. Anyways, you can see this guy's first team, he had Cherky, Foden, Marmouche. I was looking at this team like, this team has nothing, this is about to be easy food for the Yard to Glory. But as you lot get into this game, you'll see that I'm not quite sure it was the case. Starting off, you know, with a just nice play. Campbell, the new Evo that I've actually brought into the squad, and I brought him in for the last 2 games of champs just to get the Evo done. And to be honest, guys, he is looking like he is going to be a great player for the Yard to Glory. But anyway, just playing around with Bunny Shaw. You see dribbling, close stick dribbling. I thought she had finished it there. When the car's got 89 shooting and they get into the box, you just automatically assume that they are going to score, but it wasn't the case to be. Just knocking it about. Let's see what happens. Bailey to Shaw, to Campbell, back to Shaw. Let's see Campbell again, the exchange, lovely exchange to Hutchinson. Play it back to the edge to Campbell, back to Shaw, and Bow again. I thought it was a goal. I remember literally playing this, as soon as I worked it to Shaw, I thought this has to go in. And when I had 2 clear-cut opportunities not going, I thought, oh, this might not be the game for me. Let's see what happens here again. Double roulette. It didn't pull off. That is one of my favourite tricks. If you ever play me, just know I'm about to do the roulette in and then the roulette out. I will say this is probably the worst I've ever played on FIFA, this 8 and 7 run, because this is my first FIFA back in 2 years. But as you can see, Marmouche absolutely punishes me for my poor defending right there. This Marmouche card, wow, I did not know he was so good. Like, if I was just running a normal FIFA account, I would have to get Marmouche because he absolutely terrorized me, this Foot Champs, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. See what happens here. I'm pretty sure he does end up scoring again soon, because wow, yep, there it is. I literally remember him scoring a goal from that position. And again, I don't remember what card that was. Zakagini. I've never heard of that player in my life, but he was balling out this game as well. So yeah, when I went 2-0 down, I'm thinking I might end up on a negative record for my first Foot Champs on the Yard to Glory. I was absolutely getting cooked, as you can see right here, getting absolutely cooked by Zagini in the left stick dribbling. What a damn, man. I have to do better. One thing we do have to talk about though is I hope EA do put a patch for these midfielders, man, because I can't deal with my midfield just being completely non-existent. Like, oh man, it feels like the only way to stop it is to literally manually control them myself and run all the way back. But then once they play that through ball through the defenders and they time it when I switch, it's absolutely over anyway, man. It's like pick your poison, literally. As you can see, some build-up play between Shaw and Campbell, trying to get the combination working, but again, just I don't know what's going on with the attack this game. It was absolutely horrid. But here we go, Marmouche on the counter. You already know what's about to happen, lads. Oh, I forgot I even defended it and then gave it straight back away. And once you give it away, you don't get second chances on this game. 3-0 down at half time. Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought he scored off that chance. He didn't. I think he scored off the corner. You know what I'm saying? You don't get 3 chances. I even had a third chance and I still didn't get rid of it. So yeah, 3-0 down at half time. You knew it was going to be a long way to come back from this. Here we go. I won the ball back to Shaw. Back to Bailey, to Shaw, to Palmer with that incisive pass, which is why I brought him into the team, and we win a penalty. Now I'm thinking, is there no red cards in this game? Because I had never seen no one get a red card for a red card challenge yet this FIFA. Now as you go, cool and composed, 4-0 down, dink it down the middle as we do. I end up getting 4-1. Now I'm slightly thinking the comeback's on, because I had clocked this guy's playstyle. As we got into the second half, I realised, you know what, he actually isn't that good. But to be honest, I think it was just all a bit too late. As you can see here, he's dribbling through, he nearly scores again straight off the kickoff. As if you don't know this FIFA, it is impossible to defend off the kickoff for some reason. Got the ball with Sterling, into Shaw, into Campbell, a lovely finish into the top right corner. But as you can see, 75th minute, it was almost, I think, a bit too late for me to make a comeback in this game, to be honest. Especially considering that it took me 75 minutes to score 2 goals. Not even 75. I didn't score a goal in the first half in FIFA, which is ridiculous. So yeah, I kind of knew the game was over, to be honest. So as you can see, I ended up losing that game 5-2, which was no good. I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I was not happy at all, because you know when you feel like someone's not better than you but they beat you. That's how I felt that game. But to be honest, that's how I feel for like 90% of FIFA games anyway. So going into the last game, because right now the record was 7-7, so this was to make it 8-7. Let's see how I done. Good wing play by him here, Van Bermo, dribbling down the wing, cutting it back to Tonali, back to the striker, who was Chabomchi or whatever his name is, and he absolutely rinsed me there in the box. And again, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to go negative in foot champs in my first foot champs with the Yard to Glory. I can't let this happen. I need to step it up. Hutchinson on the ball, one of my favourite players to use right now. Left stick dribbling with its little step over and bang, straight back into the game. This is showing you a little bit more of the attacking capabilities of the Yard to Glory, because from you saw in the last game, you didn't really get to see much. So hopefully we do see a bit more again as Hutchinson wins it back. Yep, so off the corner I do the same tactic every time. I try to find Hutchinson at the edge of the box, because he's the only one whose left stick dribbling feels quite good on this game. So again, I get to him there, a little roulette, little inside step, little outside step, and bang, straight like that. Hutchinson right now is probably the favourite card. Again, I'm going to keep saying this, he's probably my favourite card to use right now. Actually surprised at how smooth his card feels, and I hope he does get a special card or something like that. But as you can see, these kickoffs, man, I literally cannot defend them. I don't know what it is. I concede off kickoff every single game. There was one game where every time I scored, the guy scored straight off the kickoff again, and I think it ended 8-7 to me. But yeah, man, these games, bro, and I think, to be fair, I've learned how to stop conceding off kickoff now. I just run back, I just defend with my striker. I don't even press the ball, I just run all the way back, because that is literally the only way to do it this FIFA, it seems. On the wing, Bailey on the wing looking dangerous against Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is a pain. Fake shot, woo, boom. To be honest, Khadija Shaw, some of the goals I was scoring with her this weekend, bro, that's why I was hitting it from those crazy angles, because sometimes they was just flying in with their 96 shot power. But as you can see, left stick dribbling, L2 with her is quite OP as well, as she is very strong. Just playing, to be honest, I was just playing with this guy now. I was just absolutely toying with him. As you can see, I realised that my opponent could just not handle left stick dribbling, so I'm pretty sure that's how I won this game, just absolutely abusing the left stick dribble. Off Bailey to Palmer, that incisive pass that I was on about, that is right there, is why he's in the team. And boom, Khadija Shaw with that 89 finishing, absolutely coming in clutch. As you can see, 4 shots, 2 goals. She is really my number 9. She is really the captain of the team, carrying us through this foot champs. I can't lie. If we did not have her in the game, I do not know where we would be. Casey Palmer is running the strings for me right now, to Bailey, to Shaw, cheeky little sweaty to the Evo Campbell, and that makes it 5-3 to the Yard to Glory. When the football does work, it looks so beautiful. I need to Evo up Casey Palmer because that incisive pass, are really going to need it throughout as the season goes on. So I need to make sure his card gets better and better. The corner, and you already know what's coming next. I'm going to work the ball, work the byline with Campbell straight to Hutchinson, and boom, hat trick for Hutchinson. He right now is carrying the team. Him and Shaw, without them, I do not know where I would be. But yeah, as you can see, Hutchinson ended up getting the match ball. That goal was the last goal of the game. We ended up winning 6-4 to make it 8-7 in FUT Champs. Positive record, luckily, because if we had started the series off with a negative record, it would not have looked good. But hopefully next FUT Champs we do a lot better, man. Alright, the first pack, 82 times 10. Let's see who we got. Portuguese, Man City. Probably about Bernardo Silva, I believe it was. Yeah, so we ended up getting Bernardo Silva. As I said, not the best player really that we want to be having starting the draft. The draft to glory? The Yard to Glory. But you know what? I'll take anyone. He's untradeable, I think the pack was as well, so we have to deal with that. Is what it is, man. So the second pack of our rewards, I opened up the 85 times 2, which is basically a guaranteed walkout minimum. Guaranteed walkout minimum. So when I saw Spanish right back, I was like, oh no. I was thinking there's no way I've been done over like this. But then I saw this guy, sneaky guy creeping in the back. Now who is that? It is Pedri. Yes, after first FUT Champs, we've managed to pack Pedri. Now if you don't know, Pedri is worth around, I believe it's around 100 and something K. So we're in the money. Road to John Barnes. As you can see, he is a card that is in demand. I was like, probably around 100k I can get for Pedri. So road to John Barnes, we're about a quarter of the way there, and hopefully by the end of next FUT Champs, John Barnes' price has dropped, because we need him in that cam at the moment, because we're struggling. Even though in the next episode you will see I have evoed up a new cam. A little sneak peek to let you know, I've evoed up a new cam, and he was putting in the work. I will say that, but I still want to get John Barnes. But yeah, let's go into the rest of the packs. I think, yeah, after that, I think it went downhill. But I used up all my luck on the 85 times 2. I won't complain, because as I said, Pedri's what, 100 plus K. So yeah, and I knew after I packed Pedri that the rest of these packs weren't going to be nothing. I think this team of the week, I'll probably just keep him in the club in case there's an SBC that I eventually need to do. But for now, the packs, I don't know what it is this year, but does anyone feel like the rewards, they've just absolutely diminished the rewards? Like I feel like Div Rivals and stuff, you used to get good rewards, but now it's absolutely pants. Like I'm begging for more rewards at the end of Div Rivals, and I'm not playing squad builder, squad battles, because I hate playing against a computer, man. But oh well, is what it is. But yes, my peoples, that is it for the end of episode 2 of Yard to Glory. As a quick little recap, we did go 8 for 7. We packed Pedri. We're a quarter of the way to get into John Barnes. So you know what? The series is starting off well, if I do say so myself. You lot let me know what you think of the record of 8 to 7 in champs, because personally, I'm not happy with it. I wanted at least 10 and 5. I know people are going to say, oh, you're using a Yard team, that's good. But no, I should have at least got 10 wins, 5 losses. So to be honest, I'm not very happy. But I'll see you lot in the next episode, where we'll be going into the new cam that we're getting from the new Evo that dropped this Sunday. In a bit.